Hi there. How is everybody? Look at Brandy's in a new location. See, she has a cuckoo over her head, and you have a cuckoo head, Brandy.
I got a cuckoo head.
That's funny. All right. So Margaret doesn't feel good, but I know she finished the book. She finished the
Oh,
book. Last week, she told us she was finished, right? I hope you feel better, Margaret. We will let you know the next book. I already have, I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pick one this time because it's going to be a short month because of my vacation. I'm going to have to take at least a week off from book
yeah.
club. I'm just going to pick one that we can do quickly. And I already have it picked out. You guys already voted on it once. You already liked it. So we're just going to roll with it. We're just going to do it. We're going to do it. Okay. There's Karen.
Oh, okay.
All right.
What's it gonna be? Do we know, or we have to wait?
Oh, I can tell you now if you want to know. I mean,
Yeah, tell me now.
a lot of people wanted to read that Run Rose Run, the Dolly Parton and James
Okay.
Patterson.
The one, yeah,
Yeah.
Dolly Parton and James
So a
Patterson.
lot of people wanted to read that. So I'm like, let's just do it. It's got really large print and it doesn't have that many pages. And it would be really easy to do that like in the 3 weeks of May when I get back.
Now, did Dolly Parton write it with James
Yes.
Patterson, or?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's gonna be interesting. I didn't know Dolly Parton actually wrote stuff, so that'd be
Well, I
interesting.
think that he did the writing and she was like the information
Ah,
storyteller. You know what I mean? Like she told the
gotcha.
story kind of and he wrote it. And then
Okie dokie.
she wrote an album. There's a whole album that goes with it. A whole album of songs. Anyhow,
Wow.
hi Karen and Sue and Melly. Melly.
Hey, Melly
Melly,
Sue.
did you make it to part 2? She was texting me the other day and she's like, do I stop here? And I'm like, no, you have to go to part 2. When it says part 2, you stop there.
Yeah, because you need that chapter 11, because that's when it goes. What the?
It goes, are you crazy? Right? Hi, Shatika.
Yeah, I literally kept looking at the page like, what?
I know. Yeah. Dale and I just went into town and we walked around town real quick just to get a little walk in and stopped at Subway and got some Subway. And when we walk through town, we go by the library and I walk up by the library and I'm like, used book sale. Wait a minute. They have a little shed out back and they sell used books. So they're having their spring cleanup sale. You get a bag, like a little, grocery Meyer bag or whatever, a plastic bag, a bag full of books for $2.
Oh, see, I'd be in trouble because I would want to fill up a couple of different bags and just like take the majority home with me.
Well, that would have been $4 if you got 2 bags full.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Danielle.
Yep. So exactly, Karen, what's real and what's not real? Who knows?
Yeah, because I was telling Mindy, I was like, so is she really like sick with COVID and been in a coma and she's dreamed all this? Or is she like suffering from almost drowning and she's dreaming about being at home and having COVID? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell just happened here? I'm like, is the first half of the book just non-existent? I mean, what's the deal? I don't know.
Because boy, she got a really active imagination. I mean, she even imagined she had sex. Why would she even think of sex? And boy, was it with him. And when she's happily married, if it's not real, that's why I'm like, what?
Or Sue, maybe she actually did do the hot sex part, and maybe she did go to the Galapagos Islands, and she's not really having COVID. I don't know. Something bizarre is going on. I don't remember who it was last week, but they were just like, oh, just wait. And I'm like,
that was Kara. That was Kara because she overread.
And somebody else did too. It actually might have been Margaret too. I think
it could have been
that too. I think she was like, just wait, you guys, just wait.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was like, okay. Well, you just go for it. Girl.
Margaret has read the whole book. Kira only went a little ahead.
Right.
Margaret's finished the whole thing. So, yeah. Right, Melly? I was like, okay. I don't even know what to think right now. I don't know.
See, I was all good up to that point because I figured there was gonna be some hanky mapanky on the sand. I knew that sand was gonna go in unmentionable places and things were gonna happen. It just had to, it was going that direction. And then it flipped me on my head. And I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know. So
I hate that I hope she didn't imagine that she had wonderful mind altering sex. So, that's a real disappointment there.
well, it wasn't very graphic sex.
No, but I mean, it was nice up until the daughter caught him and
Yeah,
flipped out.
found them. Yeah, I know.
And like, why would she imagine that too? I mean, like, it's just like there's just so much. And then, and her mom dying. Okay, so now is her mom actually
really
alive?
Is her mom
Or
dead?
like,
I don't know. No idea. I don't
there's
know.
just like so much that I'm like, I don't understand.
I don't either. So do we talk about the
I do have a
relationships?
wild imagination.
So do we talk about the relationship she's having in the Galapagos with the family? With I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. 'Cause she's really, she's calling it home. She's feeling at home.
Yeah, right.
She's forming a relationship with the daughter that now she's, she had to fix, sort of. And then there's him, and all of the cool and I don't know, just sweet things that he's doing. And so sorry. And
that's that teacher stink eye just came out.
Okay, Danny.
Oh. Okay.
Mia, I'm sorry. Mia, it's okay.
Well, yes. I mean, Gabriel is, he's from South American area. I'm certain he's probably really hot, right? I'm certain.
I mean, I'm telling you, those, Latinos are like a weakness of mine. And so I am picturing, I'm actually kind of picturing someone that looks like the guy who's our janitor at school. Cause yeah.
All right.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted that to be real. I wanted that part to be real, that she's there and she's having this relationship and going to the farm and learning
and drawing and doing art, doing art
again. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And now he's helping the daughter and she's coming out to her dad and talking to him, And if none of that's real, then what was the whole point?
I know, because then I feel like really sad. Like, what the heck? Because if she's got sick with COVID, how's the rest of the book going to be any interesting?
All right. If none of that really happened, then what was the whole point of that? If it was a dream, what was the point of it? To make her think that she doesn't really want to be with Finn, that there's more out there in the world than just Finn? I mean, would that be it? Seriously, that's all I can think of,
there's got to be, because this book is there only 2 parts to this book, or is there a third part too?
No, I think there's just part 1 and part 2. I really honestly haven't looked any further because I didn't want to, read anything else. When I was figuring out where to stop, I knew that chapter 12 was really long. I got that much. So I knew we couldn't go on and read chapter 12 as well, because that would have been way too
long. That was a large one you said. You said that one was
so
as long as 6.
So was like 11. So trying to put not 11.
No, 11 was short. 11 was short. 6.
Whatever chapter it was before. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
6. So 6 and
that was
6 and 12 were both really long, and I knew we couldn't read those together.
No.
So that's all I've done is just kind of glance through there. So anyhow.
Yeah, because according to my Kindle, chapter 6 was 45 minutes to read.
Right. So figure this out.
Oh,
Ready
goodness.
for some math, Brandy? Math.
I'll try.
310. Take away 192.
Wait a minute. 310 take away 192?
Yeah.
I don't believe very many pages. Hold on.
I have my
So 100 and oh God. See, look, now I gotta have something.
310. Take away 192 equals 118. Divide
Okay.
that 2 is like 60 pages.
310 minus
Look at our
Yeah.
people in the chat. 118.
Hey, there's Joe.
118.
Hey, Joe. Y'all got me. Yeah. Look, I've been mathing all day, y'all. Come on.
Oh boy.
Well, I'll need the
All right. I'm just trying to figure out where we're going to read to next. We're going to split this up into 2 parts. How far are we going to go?
at
Let's
least.
see. Let's see. I know we have to stop on an even keel. Oh gosh, now we're in the middle of another huge long chapter. Okay, what chapter was that? Chapter 13 is long too. Jeez, you guys. Really?
Is it?
We can't do chapter 12. But chapter 12 is long.
We can't just do one chapter.
It's long.
Well, I know, but like, how long is it?
Hang on. 12 and 13. 12 and 13. 192. 02, 12, 23, 33, 43, 53. Okay. It looks like we're going to read 2 chapters. We're going to read 12 and 13. They're both fairly long.
12 and 13?
Yeah. 12 and 13, and then we'll finish up the last ones, which is going to be...
How many chapters are there left to finish it after 13?
14, 15. Oh, God, there's not that much left. There's 118, what did they say, 118 total pages left. So that is only like 59, 58 pages each time. We're going to read 12.
I mean, I don't mind either. I don't mind either way. But I mean, it would give us 2 more times.
What's the date next week?
Let's see. Today is the 12th.
I'm still here next week. Melly wants to read it all. 118 pages. Well, then if we did that, then we really can't start another book for like 2 weeks. Or, hang on. 26th is the following week, right? That's when I'm going to be gone. I'm leaving. I figured I could still do a live discussion on the 26th because I don't leave until the 27th.
Okay.
But then I won't be able to do one on the 3rd. So here's what we can do. If we finish this, and we discuss it next week on the 19th, and it's done, yeah, we'll still have 2 weeks. And we won't have a discussion for 2 weeks. Because I won't be back and ready to do a live until the 10th.
Okay.
So the way I'd had it planned out before is we'd split the rest of it into 2 pieces, discuss half of it next week, and then the rest, Look at Sue. She's trying her best. She's like, you have to have time to pack. Sue. You don't understand. It's easy to pack. You just throw some clothes in the bag and you go. It's easy.
Just throw them and go.
That's right. That's what we do. We know how to do this. Anyhow, I mean, we can finish it, but then we can't really start another one. You wouldn't want to start another one, right?
If we finished it, then like technically we could start that other one and do the first discussion on the 26th, but then we'd have to wait until
the 10th.
Is that on a Tuesday?
Yeah. Yep. So we would miss the 3rd that way. We would miss the 3rd, and then we'd be back for the 10th.
Right. And if we divvy it out, then we just take a break on the 3rd, go get the book, read whatever we have to
finish it and take the 2 weeks off. We can start the next one, but no discussion to. Well, that's what I was thinking. We can have it already read and then just be ready to discuss on the 10th. We could do that.
Yeah. You just have to tell us where to go to.
I'd have to do that next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that, we can finish it. I mean, it is 118 pages to finish.
I mean, I can do 118 pages. I'll just start it sooner.
I actually don't have another book going right now. I finished my other book last night. No, this morning. I finished my other one this morning.
There you go.
So I would just go ahead and read this until it's done. And then if I'm finished early, I could start something else, I guess. She tells you where to go all the time, Brandy. Huh? Who tells who where to go?
Oh, tell me, you always tell us where we're supposed to stop at. I know she does.
Oh.
I rely on that.
I'm like, what? That sounded bad, like mean or something. I don't know. Was that mean? No.
No.
Okay. I was like, what? All right. I guess it looks like the consensus is mostly that we will finish it for next week. And then we'll decide next week if we want to get started with the next one right away. But it will be Run, Rose, Run if you guys want to think ahead for that. So we'll get started. Maybe we can just get started and be ready to discuss on the 10th. And then I'll just take 1 week off, which is really 2 weeks for me, really. I'll have, right?
No, not really. Not
yes,
if we. If we're not discussing anything on the 25th, then yes.
Yeah. The next Tuesday off and discuss. Yes, that's 2 weeks for me.
Yeah, that is 2 weeks.
Oh boy, we're doing too much math here. This is ridiculous, right? Too much math. Not much discussion of the book, though. We really didn't talk.
No, we did discussion of the book. I mean,
not much.
We talked about the possible, not having sex except in her wet dreams, and then and in her dreams she, I guess, drowned or almost drowned, and
right.
And the
Maybe
way of the
I don't know. I think she did drown. I don't know. She said she made him let go of her because she was like, well, he can't save both of us, so let him go. And then remember she said at the end, she's like, I've heard that when you drown, the worst part is when you finally decide to give up and you just go. And then it's
let go.
You let go. So she's letting go when she's drowning. The daughter was letting go when she was falling into the volcano. And I'm like, oh, dear Lord, what is up with these people? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's so vivid. And like I was saying earlier, I kind of felt like, the only thing I could think of for it to, to be possibly a COVID dream, for the Galapagos to be the dream, is that all of those emails that she's getting with what's happening in the States and what Finn is going through is, could that possibly be Finn coming into her her ICU room and telling her about his day just to talk to her. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
But I'm telling you, I don't know how you gonna have the rest of the book if it's COVID, because then it's like,
because now what happens, right? What happens now? Was it just she was dreaming all of it, putting all of this fantasy ideas into her head and an alternate reality to make her realize that Finn's not everything that she hoped for, and this path that she had all planned out in her head: get married, do this,
yes,
sell the art, da da da, have the kids, buy the house, da da da. Maybe the whole dream when she was in COVID was just to say, chick, wake up, smell the coffee. That's not what you want to do with your life. I don't know, right?
Yep.
Maybe
Yep.
that's what it is. And now she's got to wake up and go, shoot, I really liked my life in my dream. Right?
And be like, do I really want to keep this path that I planned is not really what is in my heart, obviously.
Correct.
So I don't know. It's going to be, I want some answers. So
I'd rather have the hot guy and the gay daughter and the, all the other stuff be able to draw
yeah, but
my
then
art
she'll go looking for a non-existent person.
Right. Right. I'm telling you.
What do you do when you fall in love with a dream?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. What do you do when you fall in love with a dream? I don't know.
Whole new meaning to dream man. It's her dream man. Now you're gonna find it in reality.
When we talk about finding our dream person, our dream, we don't really mean like a dream. We mean like the perfect guy. Not, oh my gosh. No, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. They probably didn't have any hot sex. You're probably right. I think it's just I'm going to go with it's a wake-up call. The dream was a wake-up call to get her to think about a different alternate life she could have.
And I'm gonna hope it's not real. That the Galapagos is real.
All right. Well, 50-50 shot here, right? It's going to go one way or the other. Oh.
Yep.
Any guesses from the audience? Which way is it going to go? Want to take any wagers? Small wager?
I just know which way I want it to go. Now, whether it's going to go that way or not, I don't know.
But it still could go that way because maybe she decides that this is what she really liked the dream so much. And there were so many more possibilities, freedoms, a whole different life, farming. And, Sue thinks her and Finn will break up. And maybe she does go back to the Galapagos. Maybe she does go find a man in the Galapagos. Maybe she finds a whole different life that is much more exciting or much more, I don't know.
But how weird would it be if she gets there and there is a guy who looks like that and has a daughter, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, I love you," and he's gonna be like, "Who the hell are you?"
Well, Karen thinks there's too much detail about the island, so she thinks the island is real. Mellie's hoping that her and Gabriel were a thing, really. Well, Sue, I really pretty much think she is surviving COVID because they extubated her. If she had COVID, she's been extubated. And she's asking questions and she's talking and she's like, wait, how did I get here? I was in the islands. Where are you in? Did you come to see me? How'd you get here? No.
How did Finn get here?
So she's clearly, if she has COVID, and that's what the whole thing was, she is clearly doing much better.
Yeah.
She's conscious and she's thinking and she has thought, thought that makes sense. So I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yes, no, COVID, real, dream, do. Guess what? We'll know in a little bit here. We'll know in a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll start reading it tonight. So, all like I said, I'm going to read this first before I start anything else, just to make sure I get this one finished. But
I
118
am
is
close to the ending on mine.
118 is a push for me, but
Ah,
so I'll not start anything new. Hey, I'll tell you what though, Brandy, if you want to read a good, very good, but very steamy book, and it's not 50 Shades of Grey, so there's none of that red room whips and chains and binding and all that stuff.
okay.
You could read this book I just finished. It's called The Culmination of Everything. And it's by Christina C. Jones. So it's very interesting. It's two people who are surviving some very traumatic things that happened in their past. He's very grumpy about it. He's like obnoxiously grumpy about it, where she is just like sad and lost and trying to find herself because she doesn't know how to move on. And so they meet and they hate each other. They can't stand each other, yet they're drawn.
Typical.
But they're drawn to each other. That is some hot, steamy stuff going on there. Let me tell you what. But whoo, woo, 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 woo. Yeah, it's really good, Melly. You gotta be up for a little bit of. First of all, they're an African American couple, which is interesting. So there's a little bit of cultural stuff there, things that they would do, things that they would say, the way they would talk, kind of things and stuff like that. So that's interesting. And he definitely likes some oral sex. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Can't seem to get enough. But the storyline is really good. It's really good. I'm telling you, it's good. Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can read it like.
No, you can't do that. That doesn't work. That does not work. But, it's one of those you probably don't want to have being read aloud to you or anything. But
No, oh my gosh. I could just see it now, me reading it, having it being read to me at the school, and someone walks in and be like, hey, hold on, wait, no, shut up.
Her name is Christina C. Jones. And there's a second book. This small town, they're in like a mountain area. There's a mountain that people go, that's a resort type thing, and they go there to explore the mountain, climb the mountain, waterfalls, and all that kind of stuff. And there's a second book, and I'm going to get the second book. Christina C. Jones is the author.
See, I'm reading a cozy mystery that's set in the North Pole. It's a series, and but the mystery is stuff like right now they're trying to figure out who is stealing all of the candies and the goods from people's stores. Oh. And one of them was how do you stop all of someone was making it summer and they did a bubble and it started melting parts of the North Pole, and they had to figure out how to stop that. So in this particular series, there's not the mysteries are not like dead people. They're
now see, I could handle that.
Like who stole Santa's sleigh, and how do we get it back?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I like that kind of stuff more than your just murder mystery. I don't care for murder mysteries. I know that about myself. I don't like them.
Yeah, but there's no murder mysteries in this particular series.
If there's some mysterious thing that's happened, trying to figure out this mysterious thing, a mysterious past or whatever. Those are I can handle those. I don't mind those. And
I think you'd like this series. Is that I don't think there's been any dead bodies in this one. They're all like
bodies. Yay, no dead bodies.
But it's all centered around like being at the North Pole and Santa, and Mrs. Claus is actually a witch, and she has magical powers, and Santa has magical powers, and you have the sleigh went missing, and all kinds of different stuff happens. It's really cool. It's really neat. And it's told by, instead of it being one author that's telling all the story, it's actually a collection of different authors, and they have like their little people that they're writing about.
Yeah.
And then the next one will be about another little set of people still set within the same place.
But somebody else is writing that story. I was
Right.
reading some series that was like that. I can't remember what it was though. All the different authors, but they had to have the same setting and things.
Yeah.
And, yeah. All right. Well, we're off to Tractor Supply and Walmart. Excitement, excitement. Mm-hmm. I know, right?
I am off to go take. Come here, Mia. You don't want to be on camera again? Okay, I was going to show you guys Mia.
And she's really cute.
But she's like, she is. She's a cutie. She's a cutie. She's like, no, you're going to pick me up and put me on the camera again.
I know. See, my dog, if my dog was not in the kennel, you know where my dog would want to be, right in my lap. She'd be like, hey, hi. Right? Is she coming?
Yeah.
She's not coming.
No, I can get Elu to come. Elu. You want that? At least I can get one puppy to come say hey to everybody. Say hello. You say hello to everybody. Say hello.
Funny.
He gave me lovins.
You got a Mia and a Maya? Oh, Trina, that's cute. A Mia.
Oh.
All right, guys. We're out of here. Have fun.
Bye.
Team Galapagos or Team
Yes.
COVID.
Team Galapagos. Team Galapagos.
All right, here we go. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.